this is really frustrating. We've all come here to work and to hear from the witnesses. I know Liberals have a caucus revolt to plan, I guess, but they should be willing to come to committee, ask questions to the witnesses. This is a study that we've been doing for a long time. People were aware of this study happening. This is information that we need to hear from, and frankly, I haven't. The motion was just moved. It's a procedural motion, completely unrelated to the testimony that we're hearing. This is a tactic from Liberal MPs who want to silence the witnesses, who are frankly calling them out. These are witnesses that are calling Liberals out for their grotesque mismanagement of a program that was supposed to benefit Indigenous peoples. We have a witness here from the Ghost Warrior Society talking about how under this government, and willing to criticize all parties, but specifically highlighting how under this government there's been a significant growth in non-Indigenous insiders appropriating for themselves benefits that are supposed to be for Indigenous peoples. I want to hear this testimony. If government members have a response to try to justify or explain their failures, they should be willing to engage in dialogue with this witness. Instead, we have a procedural motion that's moved that's clearly out of order, that clearly could be dealt with at another time, that clearly could be discussed at a meeting next week with proper notice. But we have the witnesses here. We should hear from these witnesses instead of countenancing this Liberal tactic to try to silence witnesses that have been critical of their approach. I'm very surprised to see members of other parties supporting the government in overruling clearly a fair ruling by the chair to say that this motion was not in order. I think we need to hear from these Indigenous leaders who have made the time to come to Ottawa to give their feedback and that are contributing constructively to our study and our work. This is really surprising to see the government in the middle of this testimony move this motion that effectively is preventing these Indigenous leaders from sharing their experience, that is preventing us from getting to the bottom of this Liberal corruption within the Indigenous procurement program, where non-Indigenous, well-connected insiders have taken advantage of this program. So with that in mind, Chair, I hope we will be able to get back to the witnesses. I'm happy to review this motion. There may be details that we can discuss in it procedurally in terms of how we govern our business going forward. I think Conservatives would be very open to a reasonable discussion of this motion, but not moved at a time when it's clearly out of order, overruling the chair to say it's in order when it's not, and trying to shut down witnesses in the process. So